It's the weekend, and yesterday 80,000 Bitcoin got sold on the open market by a company called what's he called now? Mike Novogratz and Galaxy Digital. They sold 80,000 Bitcoin yesterday, and that barely affected the price. The price is now $117,862. We are in a bull market. We are in a bull market because the amount of USDT in supply is consistently rising. And we can see that for that, the blue line is dominant here, and the blue line is the Tron blockchain. I'm incredibly bullish on Tron, and I think that Tron is going to go up at least 10 times during the course of this bull run. Even before Christmas, it could be possible. There is so much stuff that we've got to discuss today, and as well as, of course, looking at this, Ethereum ETF eclipses Bitcoin as institutional inflows have been surging. 2.4 billion in 6 days into Ethereum has gone. That's mental. The market is going crazy right now, and the prices aren't. And that is quite an attractive time to be in the market, which is why I've opened up an absolute metric sugar ton of trades. None of them are huge. They're not huge trades, but I'll explain each and every single one of them in today's video. So slap a like on it, subscribe to the channel. We've got so much stuff to discuss today, as well as, of course, look at Chippy. It's looking quite attractive, is Chippy right now. But as Chippy aside, like, things are going pretty well on the open market, and it's a question of how do we get that exposure? How do we get that exposure to the market? Which coins do we want exposure to? I mean, why not just start off with this? Make sure you have dropped a like on it. We'll start off with Solana here. So I've got the Solana chart open. Why do I want exposure to Solana here? Well, look at the weekly chart. We're either making a head and shoulders top on a weekly time frame here, which seems somewhat unlikely, or more likely than that, we're going to just continue to break upwards. This is quite a stalky candle up here. It's quite the rejection off of $200. But I'd imagine that next week, again, we're tapping on $200 door. And at the point whereby we're tapping on $200 door, there becomes a new target for Solana, which would be all the way up here. So if I'm to reduce the size of this chart and continue drawing this line up here, that would put our price target for Solana in the short term at $342. It's currently 188. So I've bought $186,000 of it here, and we'll see how that trade progresses. Currently, it's in $2,000 profit, but again, it could dip into a loss. These are not huge trades. What I am looking at, a liquidation price of $6. That's not going to happen unless something catastrophic happens, or Sam Bankman-Fried somehow rises from the dead and manages to dump all of his. That aside, so Optimism is the next trade that I've got open here. And Optimism, we look at it on a long-term time frame. These are the things that's going to make people very rich in the next bull run. When they're coming back up to all-time highs, $4.82, currently 71 cents. What is Optimism? Optimism is a layer 2 network. I've not even checked this, but OP USDT inflow. I'm just going to type that in on a separate screen here. Do we have, is there any USDT on Optimism? I was wondering. Either way, it's a layer 2, and I don't know if there is USDT on it or not. However, layer 2s will gain in popularity as the fees on Ethereum increase. And I wonder if I can search for average, I should have done this before the video started, shouldn't I? Average ETH transaction fee. I interrupt this video to tell you, yes, I know I need a haircut, and yes, I did actually cut my own hair yesterday. I gave myself a mullet. I wanted to see what it looked like. Let me know in the comment section. Bully away. Yeah, probably wasn't the best idea. I really do need a haircut. It looks like I've got a woman's hair on top of my head at the moment. It's far too long, isn't it? But back to the video. So average Ethereum transaction fee is here. And this is a lifetime transaction fee chart. So currently ETH fees are very low, and they have been low for an extended period of time. The average fee is currently coming in at 37 cents, although last week it was at 75 cents. It's a bit all over the shop, but you'll start to see as this figure starts rising, that's when layer 2s get popular. Because if we look at it, what happens in a bull market is this. And the price, the average price at the top of the last bull market per Ethereum transaction fee was $71. It's currently 37 cents. We've got a hell of a lot longer to go in this bull market than what we are currently in. Like, honestly, the upside of getting involved right now is so big, and the downside seems very limited giving the core support that crypto is getting at the very top of society. Regardless of politics, regardless of what you feel about the orange man in charge of America, you have to see the writing is on the wall for the biggest bull market, an absolute super cycle of a bull market, because the amount of money falling into crypto right now, it's not going down. This is the most important chart in crypto. And you can see it only goes up. And this is for a very long period of time. This is 8th of July. We've got another July somewhere here. That's like a year. Oh, that's a year. But I wonder if I go to an even longer term on here, if we go to all time, there you go. It never goes down. It only ever goes up, which means that at some point will trigger some serious demand in the altcoin market once there is enough profit buildup in the big caps. So we need those big caps to pump first, which is why we're looking at stuff like Solana. Optimism is kind of like a mid cap, so that'll run a slightly later on in the market, but you need to get your entries in now. Now, the other ones would be Gala. We actually brought up Gala on the stream yesterday. Why take Gala as a position? Well, it's still listed on derivatives. It's still active as a project. They're still building. Their market cap is a hell of a lot lower than what it has been historically. And if you look at it here, where it is in terms of its most recent price history, bearing in mind this is the weekly chart, we are still at the very bottom of the market. All you need is to catch one of these pumps here. What have I got open here? A $31,000 trade. If it went back up to all the way up here, around 7 cents from being down here, I would turn a profit there of $120,000. If it goes down to here, I lose about 5K. Now you tell me about risk reward. You've got a 5K loss versus 120K profit, and the odds seem stacked in your favor based on the fact that it appears that we're going into a bull market. Seems like logical to me. Moving on from that, we've got Dogecoin. I bought some Dogecoin today. Not a huge amount, only 200,000 Dogecoin. But I mean, when I say not a huge amount, 50 grand. Dogecoin, if I show you this article here that I've got up, I think I brought up a Dogecoin article. I'm pretty sure I did. There we go. BitOrigin bets big. Dogecoin becomes a strategic reserve in $500 million treasury shift. The China-linked food and mining company BitOrigin shifts strategy with a $9.9 million Dogecoin acquisition, betting on Doge as a treasury reserve asset amid rising institutional interest. Doge is the next on the list to get one of these ETFs. I'm telling you now. And when that happens, Doge will be $1. Doge has been $1. Like, if you remember, there isn't the chart history here. Oh no, maybe it didn't get up to $1. Maybe that is the all-time high there at like 50 cents. Either way, like, it'll far surpass that once it's got its own ETF and everything, and that'll happen. We are in like crypto season. This is all happening. So you've just got to get on board with it. Then what else have we got? Axelar. Never done anything. Since it came out, it has pretty much only gone down, and I've been a long-term holder of this coin anyway. I currently, at today's current values, hold $40,000 of this coin. And I think that this is going to go all the way back up to all-time highs, because Axelar is a good project. It raised hundreds of millions of dollars. It's never been here for a bull market. Here on futures, it listed at the start of 2024. You will have massive short leverage build-up in this range here. And all that it takes is to just tip that balance of those people that haven't closed their short positions, closing them or getting liquidated out of them, and it'll push the prices so much higher. Then what else have we got? Ondo. Why? This is more in tribute to BitBoy, because BitBoy used to love Ondo, and now he's in jail and he's lost his mind. So I just thought, you know what, in tribute to BitBoy, I need a better BitBoy in my portfolio. So he bought some Ondo. Then we've got, there's not a lot of logic behind that decision. It's just, I missed the guy. What can I say? He was a friend. So we are where we are. Everyone's mean to him on the internet, but people are mean to me as well. And ultimately, none of them actually know BitBoy. He was actually a good person. Aside from the whole, like, being unfaithful to your wife and being a general asshole and taking too much meth. Aside from that, he was a good guy. Like, him as a person, he never intentionally was bad. Anyway, we digressing. I never actually met him in person. I've only ever spoken to him on the internet, but he's always been good with me. He's always helped me out and stuff like that if I've ever needed it, and I've always reciprocated. So, this is Phantom. Phantom is down very, very bad. As I mentioned in yesterday's live stream, once did an OTC deal with Phantom at 60 cents. It's currently 33 cents. Now, it will get back up to 60 cents. That's inevitable. Those guys raised a ton of money in this range here, and now we're lower. Phantom always seems to do this, though. It always just goes up in a straight line, and it will do that again. It'll go up to $1 at least, in my opinion. Again, nothing in today's video is financial advice. Always do your own research. But yeah, up to $1 on Phantom. And if you want the rest of the trades from today's video, then make sure that you join cryptosavingexpert.com/CSE Plus and use the code ATH80 when you are on the this plan here. So you go onto the website, you click on CSE Plus, you go into this section here, make sure you're a monthly, click on that plan, join it. All of the trades in today's video are going in the group that you'll find over on Discord. Everything I fire in here, and we are currently doing a $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge, so let me update you as to how that is getting on. Currently, we are not in a trade. We did close all of those trades, and we currently have an asset balance here of $13,567, meaning that we're currently 35% in profit from where we started. It's okay, but the next trades are getting fired in there in the next few hours, so if you want to be involved in that, drop a like, subscribe. I'm going to be back later on today on the main channel with a proper full-size video. We're going over the alt market, everything's picking up. Check out Bluffing, you'll find a link in today's video description. They are giving away 2 iPhones at the moment to people that sign up and trade on Bluffing. All you need to do is sign up, deposit, trade, but when you click on that link, it'll give you all the information you need. Yeah, on that note, guys, last thing, we're doing the Rolex draw as well today, so be prepared. Someone's winning a Rolex. Have a great day, everybody. Drop a like. And yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, why haven't you pressed a like? And why aren't you subscribed yet? See you in a bit. Deuces.